What's up, YouTube fam? It's Ashley here from Mom in Combat Boots, where I share all things productivity, mindfulness, clean living, and of course, motherhood. Today, I'm going to be talking about getting your time management in check for back to school. So let's get into it. So my kids have a little less than a month before they go back to school. And I know many of you have already started sending your kids back to school. Whether your kids are preparing to go to school or have already gone back, these tips are still going to work for you. So I've got 4 tips today that are going to help you get your time management in check and get your kids ready for school. Tip number 1, make a to-do list. I love lists. I take everything that I plan to do for the week or maybe even the month, and I write that all down on a piece of paper. I highly encourage you to grab a planner if you don't already have one, or use a scheduling app. I take everything from that list and I plug it into my planner and my Google Calendar. This way I can see what I need to do and see how I need to incorporate that into my schedule for the week. Tip number 2, time blocking. So taking those activities that you have and scheduling out a chunk of time in your calendar for each of those activities. This keeps you on track, this keeps your children on track, but you are able to see what your schedule looks like, where you're going to be doing those activities, and then where you have free time so that you can either do something for yourself or just incorporate some play for you and your kids. Tip number 3, easing your kids into a schedule. The summertime is wild. It's crazy. You've gotten rid of all sorts of schedules that you had prior to, for the school year before. And so now we're easing our kids into a new schedule. So taking that time to create a new evening plan or bedtime routine, creating a morning routine, but easing your child into it so that by the time they get ready to go back to school, it's not a shock in their system. If they're already in school, just continue to ease them into a routine so that that routine becomes their norm while they're in school. Tip number 4, creating a command center. So having an area in the home where you collect all of your documents, all of the papers that come home from school, and you're also posting a schedule for the week. I like to get my kids' classroom schedule so that they know on what days that they have different special activities such as PE. Maybe they need to bring different shoes or different outfits for that day. So I post their schedule for school in our command center as well as our family schedule so that they can see what's happening throughout the week as well. It's also a great place to collect documents. So lots of papers come home from school. My kids' homework, I put their homework that maybe it spans the week or spelling words. Everything goes in that command center space so that the kids know where to find their work and they also know where to look for the schedule. And I've got a bonus for you today. So if you have little kids like I do, I like to read them a story before the beginning of school that kind of relates to going back to school. I have my son going into 1st grade this year, and I read him a story regarding 1st grade just to prepare him a little bit for what's going to be coming for this new school year. And so just reading a book about school or just something to get them in that school mindset is always just a fun little treat for them as well. So hopefully these tips were good for you. If you have any additional tips for how you prepare your kids for school, I'd love to hear them. Please share them in the comments. As always, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I can't wait to share more fun productivity and time management tips with you in the future. So see you on the next video.